Hello, this video is for the San Agustin College instructors, and we're gonna see today is how to, once you have the email with your username and password, how to log in into your Adobe account, Adobe Connect account, and create a meeting. Okay, so the one of the things that we have to remember from the training or from any other session is that San Agustin College has a website for Adobe Connect, and it's San Agustin, and you can put all this in lowercase. It's just San Agustin. There's no Sant st dot. Okay, so it's just San Agustin Adobe Connect.com. So once you log in into San Agustin.adobeconnect.com, they're gonna ask you for the username and password. This username and password is gonna be your San Agustin email account. So for mine, it's rtorres@prof.sanagustin.edu, so it should be the same for you. And the password should be your SAC ID. So it's SAC capitals plus your ID and the pound sign. Okay, so once you write down your email and your password, you can go to the login. And inside the login, we're gonna have several things. We're gonna have the home where we have the meetings and recordings. This is just the view where you can filter about all your meetings. Once you record something, they're gonna be here. Once you create meetings, they're all gonna be here displayed. So for me, the easiest way to go is just to go to meetings, and there's nothing on content. Let me just show you. So this is an empty folder. Okay, so it's a lot easier just to go to meetings. And in here, if this is the first time that you have your account, you probably don't have any folder. So you might probably have just an empty space here. So the first thing that we're gonna do here in order to set up a meeting with the students, it's I talk about this in the training, is to create folders. Why do we want to create folders? Because you're gonna get used to organize your courses in your information in these folders. Okay, so I have folders from all the semesters that I've been teaching with Adobe Connect. So if you're gonna create a new folder, just gonna click here, then you can type the name of the folder. In this case, I already have one folder that it's called Fall 18, so I'm just gonna create something fictitious, Fall 19. And what you can do is in the summary, it's not necessary, but you can put a description if you want. I usually leave it blank. So once you create save, there is already the folder, so you can follow the path. So you're gonna have always user settings, user meetings, the name of your account, which is your email, and then a folder called Fall 19. If you go back to your main folder, which is your email, you're gonna see it in here, right? So in order to create the meetings, remember the meetings are gonna be just one. You're gonna have one meeting, one URL for all of the meetings, and then from that you're gonna split up all the weeks. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is create a new meeting inside your Fall 18 folder. So you're gonna click here, new meeting, and here we usually put a description of the course or something that reminds you about the course, right? So this is my CIS 360 Fall 2018 main campus, something like that, right? So you can also put CIS 360 85, 95, 75, depending on the code of the campus and so on. Now the custom URL is going to be something unique, but that it's easy also for your students to represent the code that to represent the class. So if this is your, let's say, administration class, you want to put something like admin, ADM 101, because that's the number of the class, and then FA for fall and 1A for the year. So it's something easy for the students to remember, and it's something easier for you to remember. But you also don't have to worry about too much about the URL, because you're gonna share this URL with your students in your syllabus. So you're gonna put this link in your syllabus so the students can easily refer to the URL of the class. In the summary, we can, if you wanna put, okay, this is CIS, so it's Computer Information Systems. I'm just gonna type fast. Right? I'm sorry, this is ADM, so it should be ADM 101 Fall 2018 South Campus, right? So I may have to change this just to make it consistent. ADM 101 Fall 2018 South. Okay, so this is totally optional, the summary. So the starting time, you don't have to worry about this, because remember, when you log in into URL, your students, even if they already have the link, they're not going to be able to enter the room, because it's just like a conference call. When you join a conference call, you can join the call until you cannot join the call until the host is already there. So that's probably why, even if you put time and dates and something, it's not gonna matter, because everything is gonna start until you join the conference URL. Okay, so what's the duration? You can leave it here on 1 hour. You can put 3 hours, 4 hours. It doesn't matter, because it's gonna be up to you. So we usually teach a 4-hour class or 3.5-hour class. So it's until you say yes, we finish here, I stop recording. That's when everybody's gonna leave. So this is just optional. Language and I'm sorry, templates. We have had more advanced video later that I will post about templates. So for now, you can just leave it in here, share default templates. The language is, this is kind of a little bit important. If you are teaching a class totally in English, you can just leave it in English, but we also have options for Spanish, French, and other languages. And what the students are going to be seeing is the whole interface in the Adobe Connect is going to be in the native language, or in the language that you decide. Okay, so the access, for this, we don't have registered students, so we don't allow our students to be registered on the Adobe Connect. We're just gonna treat them as a guest. So the option at the bottom should be always selected. So with the URL can enter the room. Now, if you are kind of worried that you don't want anybody to go into your course and stuff like that, it's gonna be very simple. You're gonna see who is gonna be the participant, and if you don't recognize somebody, you can just make them not available to the room. But later on, I'm gonna show you. Later on, I'm gonna show you how you can do also password protected for your room. Okay, but for now, just leave it in anyone has the URL for the meeting. Okay, for the audio, remember we don't have any audio. We don't have any conference call numbers. So we're gonna use the audio from the students' computers. So please tell the students to, get a pair of headphones with the microphone on it. So if the students have a smartphone, which most of our students have, they can have a pair of headphones with a microphone on it. So this is the option that we're going to leave here. So this is pretty much it. So by this point, you already finished. So I'm going to finish this video just by clicking the finish. And we're going to start the next video right in this part.